safe box is available.
Role of ministers and KSUs. We are in the midst of drafting the paper, hopefully within this year. We will tell the ministers, this is your work and this is the government servant. You have to remember, the government servant in charge of the implementation of the policy. It is the role of politicians, members of cabinet, or even legislator to make policies. The politician also cannot be acting lebih-lebih lah. You are policy implementer. You must implement. Either you like it or you don't like it. It's regardless. You have to implement. But the politician have also to understand that it is the role of government officer to implement whatever the policy. So when they do not know, for example, the previous, it was announced by the Prime Minister, the role of political secretary. It was discussed in the cabinet and was passed by the cabinet and the drafting of the clear guideline where what is the role of political secretary? Political secretary in 1960s, where this is what Tun Mahathir said, and also under the law and under the constitution of Article 43, clearly that it only responsible to whatever the minister asks him or her to do. But there are three sections. You cannot step, the first one do not supersede another two sections. Second section, although the first section said that he has responsibility to implement or to do whatever the minister has to do, but only on political activities. So, minister asks you on political activities, and the third section said that do not interfere with the work of government officers. So now, when political secretary direct you to do something, then the government has said, sorry sir, may I know where is your authority asking me to do something? Minister can ask me to do something because that is the minister's role. Political role, political secretary, go back to square one, is to implement or to do something that the minister asks you to do on political activity which do not affect.
Previously in your speech inside, you mentioned something about how GIACC is now in the midst of drafting policy on limiting the practice of issuing support letters from ministers. Could you please elaborate on that, and why do we see a need for this now? Do we see a practice, the same practice happening, or it's to prevent this practice from happening because of the previous?
It is in the National Anti-Corruption Plan. The initiative is one of the 115 initiatives that the government wanted to address. The issue of how to make it more transparent or for the members of parliament understand the extent that they can give support, the do and the don'ts. In the midst of discussion, the detail I cannot give now because it's going to be discussed in the cabinet.
In your opinion, having been someone who headed the NACC before, is it a necessary policy to have to dictate the practice of issuing support letters? Do we still need to have that kind of?
It is a guideline, especially it involves on some offences like abuse of powers and all that. We wanted to prevent, actually, although it's not a case that concern of us today, but it is under the National Anti-Corruption Plan, and the National Anti-Corruption Plan is to prevent things from happening, and the rationale of doing it is to help members of parliament how the maximum extent of what they can do and what they cannot do.
So meaning to say, this culture of tradition of issuing support letter, we cannot do away with it completely because it involves a lot of political stake, but we can limit it. Is that why?
That is the spirit, but again, I think in the next couple of days, the cabinet, special cabinet committee on anti-corruption will discuss on this issue. So I think the further detail you can ask the Prime Minister. Is not good for me to to say something that before the meeting. So I hope that it's not going to be highlighted. Wait another, on the 19th we're going to have a meeting where the chair will be by the Prime Minister, and one of the issue on the support letter. Okay?
Ada lagi yang kod etika
untuk ahli parlimen yang sudah disiap atau wakil
Ketika have been accepted already, dah di start implement dah pun. Dan salah satu pindaannya ialah mengenai declaration of asset dan juga penerimaan hadiah. Okay? Pada mula-mula lagi, awal-awal selepas kerajaan baru ambil alih, I cannot get the exact date, but it's first few months.